Tim and Gavini, what happened? Tim even called me yesterday. We're still in good speaking times. I still give him money because it's on his struggling point. And it's his fault. It's not drugs. Timon is not a drug taker. That's one thing that people don't know. Timon just drinks a lot of alcohol that he cannot handle. Oh. There are people who cannot handle the alcohol. There are people who drink and can't tell themselves when to stop.
Yeah.
And there are people who drinks and control their alcohol. So Timon does not take drugs. He just he cannot control his leak. And it tends to be somebody else wants his drug. Tim and Gavini, the issue was Ragoshima dropped the bad in Timon. I launched 2 of his albums, successful albums, which were my 2 projects which were very successful. Especially the industry na mana ngoshima na mfuma kazi umodaba nabantu nabathu bantu bernachelende bonoshima ka construction bonoshima zikontrini bonoshima in different departments but not music. Abala bathu modaba nebuzori hey Rita beni no ndumo pra Rita ba ngo Rita semumbi aberta uno nishibisa pethu nezwinene ngadimisa bona wana Timon ndo 86 uyanphirana deji buya umiso nona baphana ngamaduba nekozinthi uqoka so athono lezo fabona wana ninya mphira kanye wami ngana namsini wami mibili ngomfisa mfana zwinene ngasitula uwanga mwana mara bakho bona brand yeyo nogonya yona baphethu unena ngoba bonyagola babonyago batsini nayo ufasa bazitsana babuthi babonyago batsini ila zona wana ukufuna studio ubusoko paka lingo libenze ila libenze leshitu ko dale wemule X5 botha ko dathi mena bala bathu jamba na chifanga cha mshumo chingasitshaba one ka timeni ufuna bakho unwa nge yakho impress balakho bona zizana zvavega so which means they are killing his spirit slowly but surely. See? So that's just what I remember niko dumbrela company no fi black jacket. Ile yabo kalbelo man unengo group ya date why fi black me. Ya yibe dana uniform man. I can do. Ya kabelo watikezi. Fi black jacket kana. Abala tu ya badaba mbondero la kabelo watikezi ya kunyaga Timon Gavini ofuneta wimo. Ndashimisa cha day yanga ku project kola nokuwana. Ndathona Timon ra Joburg rashikala beria. Bathu ba beria bazudila ngangetsena point. Rashikala beria flat ne muntu ngone festival yabana party mini Timon asibongarangara for ya point mini sathi zodobonela side ni fiyo. Abala bana duballe bada ndikumra ndina philo badanga V class ndisayidive la guru V class ndatsapa simara ndisina muyimbi and then just studio netani akufuna kala jazz so ene munhu achitodzibrayira dzi opportunity ndakatotongana namsiya jazz munhu ndangana bere kulira
ndiyo ninapambana wa
ndiyapo yena pambana na Timon Gavini because he was playing with lifetime opportunities then wana kunyago dzigreba and then I decided okay fine let me just continue with the vendor stuff. Short I believe there's a lot of obstacles in life. I will never kill myself to satisfy no God because I believe there's only one God. If there's no God, I can be God.
Razike?
Okay. I don't think it was miscommunication. Razike is like my son. And Razike nomzika wondia ufesesa. They have a very good year. Nacheka sabathu banji bela shishumana kwe. Nana msiba kudelanga muzika. And kolanga muzika ngarizimi already nero jumpa in kakari zabo. Not because whenever never to kone soimba. It's because there was a time when I had to take the brand up and the brand intani it's so simple. Jambo namsena munachingala inta udoba kumutai training and tamara. He knows the reason why he's on top. The talent part, you can be talented, but then if you don't know how the logistics of music business works, you cannot go there on your own. You need a team, and so me, I come with a very strong team. So Razike, wabana batubo general when good times, and then Razike before I left to Botswana for Botswana International Music Conference. Recorded album yawo. It's not Mzansi man. Hey man. I even forget the name because I just lost interest. Also got the kind of printer script and a printer script raise nazuita mara bebini mene asko script ubaba modere album is in opera. I also got the re of device and a prefix or rengisa 50,000 and WhatsApp, and it to me did not make logic and business sense because that's not WhatsApp so to me it didn't make logic. Sorry to say that. So I told we are in the album WhatsApp. Hey, nana funa kungono that is a jiggy agore and then the church pinga kutomo kata na shop kutomo vala the music stores like music so like for distribution agore lumo dona zola soko dare mani that was just the are ndiko umbulori wone vatoringe project mampechera ndine ndiyo ringa guru then I looked at him na umbulori timbi ndaringe album kaina mbene chede njinji na kuitoda ndirita minga ngura mashopo akuvhala CD ende CD chaprintiwa digital ibile ningamangala no shuma 100 rand ndakle ngudwana mangala no shuma 1000 ngudwana mangala no shuma 5 rand and ngufuna dobana renew kana nasangisa all it depends. South African people don't have access ya internet sababu wa America asinimona mwera na iPhone ngopesa sa America no ndo zone ufuna dorenga. That's why the digital sales are high. So you have to learn stuff like this. So for you ngizokwera kuswa digital na sa just case study or why kelisha ngokurisa why Africa naskurisa why ko shuma do zwino why is the new one they're trying to ngopesa ini ngoza kuhamba ngoro nofali ngolitangala yalolora you didn't even do the case study. So I tell them I'm picking up advices. So whereas Kenya no big. Okay, I've dealt with a lot of big heads. It's starting to be a big head. So to say that one come around the reality. I have to tell the truth as it is. It's starting to be a big head. So Razit Mumurisa. The end of Ruambango, Nando no Sesa in my soul. Uri atinya ngurona mutwende chako atinya ngukombeteza mtu chitu asafuni afuni kapu na nene do pusha panda tina so tilfera ndwani so razora chito zvingana mwananga kaje album yawe next week ndani kwa kuchana zvinoda tuwana tima ngazi lockdown and kutuwa kwa kuchana international music festival ena ranya kurelease album yako WhatsApp ka details so uri ndo badala nyura Colbert na ikala album kana ndo kombeteza nyinda convince nyika na CK kana ndasakana Bella Fonte wazvo ngomvisa kana toro jene wazvo tingojenerera ndotombera fara rokabala tuwe Colbert nabo na Bella no mumbera fare na CK no mufana na mumbera fare ngori ndomba kombetedza basadivira CK so lamzana Mexico isani wa kuchana asadivira CK so ndoba kombetedza ndiko ambera artist yanga bone bazvitango kurupera nne so zvichibva nne ndisichava ndibandokakira abala vatu va connections dzavo zvamba ndifuna kumbera kamtinga mtiti ndikombera farero azvingo tachimbirisa the way andosvikwanisa zvongoro nanditi mudzemo nanizvo zvembari. So that was the end.
Double R.
Double R, Ramsey. Ramsey is still a good friend of mine. That's why most of my shows not when I did the bank. And then he calls me more often. It was very strange last month or last month. I was very out. Already, Junanda should diversion. Rose did at that time. Not one she never ended that cool. At that time he was young. So every time even you met him, industry. This is how the industry works. And I take, if it's my 25% or my 20% from 100,000 is that. In this money, you want to artist RDE in there, it's a book where SSC quotation. Never remember the Bama, which phone out to 3,000. Now, I go to one from the hand. Everybody knows I'm very transparent when it comes to money. You understand? I'm very transparent. Nenganamba, she doesn't got only dinner, maybe maybe one ever been now for and I'm not a chair, maybe not this year, can rest network. Mara consistency is every week they have to get paid. Na racha ono yu na mukutsozo retana rachihola ngabeg ana shona nga weekend zvambore initial Monday nikola chende and you know how much you're going to get paid and you know how much I'm going to take. So I always get less because mostly I work with 20-25%. I've never worked with 30%. To manga shodan dela nto finish manga 40 50 60 to 200 no man everybody who's worked with me knows.
And what about Rachakila?
Rachakila actually the all of the gamana can and I know that's a wimbi or the I no problem uri achidurona usina mtangasi so all the someone wachikora ena kudotula mtini wanga ngora kudoba kumubala. The confessor, that's how we came around. You know what show gumisa zwebo and then what was the people's me I was helping him, he was not helping me. I was the one buying groceries, I was the one buying electricity, I was the one paying for his school for his school transport. So not benefit me. So at the end ngoro kudram dinuna bana studio na baimbe za kuri mani ngoro na neli yarepa namsana no doro manana marna musaya sai wanga banyisa kama ni sarapot no mbesa racha abo daraza mraudar no ndazura one ngi chibanga na ngugula awuna mdagasi and no failure ndokubvo failure zvino ngantani ndofuna ukubala ngakhandela no problem, you can come stay with me ngoro banona mabone no mbesa. So that's how we came to RDE. Hango dasa mwindi racha o dasa mtu eba kudobala ako wana petu na dukuda unaba na mdagasi or apas namsa kudzaso kupass, which is not my fault.
And what was this issue, Yari, or Melissa, Jerusalem, and then you missed him?
For me, son. Oh, okay. Let me get one thing straight. Ne? At the if it don't work for you, I don't care. It works for me. I'm a parasite. And I'm real to myself. Those numbers of I'm real to myself. I'm not fake. They're fake. They're fake. What they're trying to live a Lil Wayne life in this vendor platform, which is two different worlds. So na baro uita uchiwa ha inera nikufi aranga ha. Jiyambori inimune nikubayo wakani nikosamo ditamu mtore kuwe. Racha ora lai. Rono vanadzi change. Tina sizvipe. Ti? Hama kwambara na mungu tunasema mbedzina tunasumudumisa. Ti? Racha ora lai. Rono vanadzi change. Achi kuyanga kona. Achi rima. Nikwambara faro racha kanende mwana. Type ya wani. The make high. Ndefimia wati ndizori mama. Nikomfesisa. So I wanna order la udoda armani abana babayize kombera fareo ati jiganga ngela shikara msadzi bandowesa nikomfesisa ati ndi muthu mthi nditanga naye nenda kufuna mwana ngana mupata hi mwana ngako tudanini nikomfesisa aona muthu ashikara mndowesa ati baba ngani tibere mwana nga ubona ngani ndi mpengo ati jiganga ngela shikamba zwiwe hafi uko trenda something ngani udo umwana zwishu zwine na net ati zwidivi ngane nange nanda mwana kuti meracha ngoni chitoidiva so ndelo swisala swikhombaisana nende muthu won'wana mutela hezwi na hezwi no sacrifice so ratela no mubvisana musakufariwa nikomvesisa yeah wona muthu kwamba zvitori china chidivi na vhathu vanji vachidiva nomve don't like no rangu bolunje ndolala nene ko right atakili nikomvesisa no sacrifice kana ushafu kuna mwana gagani chitogidima na vhathu vangazviyama nditogidima na rekana zviyamba na mini ndaisoro vachazvo zvive right komvesisa mwana ngati so ngandenda mfuna ngayo rachakili ndosvikaenda dzona no umwana ndinowa wambara bitcoat number 2 una zvichere number 3 tonyambori ndidzumba mendo ivona ila interview yayo ndakusaya but if hey dimamzo ndatakana nabo bakumula ende kwamba ngondo kumula hakuzvipa I won't lie ndakuzvipa tingo mupindura Jerusalem ndizvone and Jerusalem ndiyashu nditori ndiba ndifringa ndine ndichazonafuna so tingo mupindura ngofore ukondomelisa with a fake smile achejiganya aduranga bubi vachikora vatu kana ngacha vasvika vaita kukliko tina dzibolts dzavantu kana vasvika vaita kukliko kwavana majita afi kuitwa kampani yowisane with no reason usina kukorerwa mini ukorerwa upfi kana ndiuduma nabetoduma chatovanda netimureba tiimbi and ningasi compete na neti imbi and you don't expect me to compete with because I don't compete with anybody na andola mtana if nonkakera ndiyafora ola mtana kakera let me move on ndalisha grudge mara ndingodani kompuka. Any chance you get, I'm talking about the for example, he wants my attention, he wants me so bad. And then the from so he was trying to be fake. There was something he wanted from me. Big gig. What's that big gig? I'm the devil. Ndinesi mubadela khona ningainge ndichikoro okay unashiya so ndampathelende I'm good ubadala ku university na gaigane po kana nabo TEF kana nabo technical kana ningonza sana bona nakota dikita ada performa dimam so thank you tenda badela mara nazo ndisiwa ada umuntu wenwe feme ndi mbengwa so do you feel like I have to pretend no I can't let myself ndotakadza eni kana ndatakadza vatsvena navo ngore ku the family was smile ndikofuna va real kana mna vashora tsima zvo hapa iyo if it's war it's war if you want me get me
I get you
so that's why ndokumuna nga I'm tired ndina unji une ndiyatomulomesa mwana nga uri mini asmile wadadzona ndakunyaga mini onola mini taking care ngori nne munne ndone kudzori mini ndovaisare sande mutukurune ndani chibofula ubeleji to tinya kubona mumwe muthu akovaisara that's why ndikunojenisiwa ndachitamzwa ndachitamu tunachiputulura and people don't know that side of me because I'm not the superstar so rachanga chimlamba the other side ya story chauchore ndovali merisa vala mtu wasampindura angwa magato othe azvichere azvigodo othe onsatsara dzawo othe achilandiro na mashina ngachinyago wakuwisani zviyamba ringene kufuna I'm not his fan.
Also, in short, you were trying to avoid the relationship dividers.
Yes, what no pretend ati pretend va pretend lana avo murapani nekudzeti ningawana prefixes zvino asambina mizofeli for example kana asambina racha aitona zidis machara ave na beshi apande babukeko tendona vako hagana andingaona kutanzuro hola vafunani zvambara ava vanhu vangashera na poison so ati kona wani ngoshava poison zvato zvekubva gai. I will never drink from their cup. I don't drink from the enemy's cup. So hava vanhu kana vaya pretenderanisa ndiyapala vana vachivovengana vachivoskuva dzimwe beef machana vachivafarana nasi zvona it's a fake smile because machana ndona mwakufonera nerita ulasanyiteni and I don't get involved because it's none of my business.
Get you. Chibure
chibure kuambira na mushuma wawe nanotoreshi vatikona kugaresa ndizvo zvinogonyesa. Chibure Nah man, Chibure was it's like more of a man joke. Chibure was my friend. Ngoma lesingasha makeleka kufisa Rita and that's chimrana Chibure na ngwana ramakwela richazo MC ya kumra chaje kwa Akinson gospel. So Chibure namse ndichoshima naye nakuti umuntu sesile chipinga ngozva ngazvo zvinogonya. Na zvichigonya nifuna kugonisana vatu venene waruwa nawe nanachira navo. So namujena mpanga party ya time ya pavasi ya team uri okay ugojiwa vaimbi ndiye mudhiri na MC so unaenda kupanda ngapa kupanda nani ndachidura naye Chibure uri kupanda ngapa kupandisana then aswika chipinga chine Chibure nene afurona vabige dede then the detail so nanda ramfana wanga no problem plus we were tangana unera story ku rent na to so it's fine you can leave. So that was nice but there's no bad blood. He calls me, we still talk, he still asks for advices. He wanted to come back but I told him project and I've decided to just push myself away a bit from vendor and go international. So they can have the platform. I want to have more retardees and stuff from vendor. So no more decision yori actually I'm focus saka chitapa cha vendor ngori nditinya kupaba ngoba vana vendor opportunities in the moon and detail. So ndikunya focus more African and international. Apa yani ndo bandi kurotoredza ndizvo zvino ngaona ndingasiti chema legend achitonga zvikwita ndodanda jena ndatusa ndingasiti chena ngomfesisa mara chitapa cha ndikunya ngori vana vatotamba ngachavo. I don't want to play with kids anymore.
When I was doing my research on you, the same thing was coming up.
Yeah.
And then these two ever since it happened, I only saw or had one interview that was done in Capricorn FM. You never had an interview about this issue.
Okay.
The last one, the Makhadzi. I want you to tell me everything that you want to say to the public.
Chitori cha Makhadzi number 1, what I can say, over November 28, 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. Over November 28, 2019. Usvikira 2 January 2020. Ndobhadhira dzidensara dzote dza 6 na dzitransport dzote dzaula mwedzi wote wa mushumo wa ḓuvha na ḓuvha ariko almost every day. Tshelede ye ndaibhadhira Makhadzi yopera yova i578. I even still have proof of payment. 500 na nendo nojiana yanga ngono badeliwa chimwana chimwe uya kapoliday ama from DJ to transport or to the H1 hire to diesel to mahalwa to madi to zviliwa tindi kufuna mba zvote zvino zvakufuna chikoshuma ngechipinga chimwana chimwe chikoshuma on the road to mateki to uniform wala ona chide nosva 508,000
yeah
inena beni mainganyo yari mufanira kuti ndinechenda vamwe mbilarisa chutoibona ngakati.
You was there, process.
Yes, he was there. So I still have proof of payments. That's why when I took it to court, Makhadzi would draw a recommendation and I had all the paperwork. That's why I'm that's why and I'll never say sorry because Chungokaka. Zenda kakanga zo maybe nofunesa muzika. Na ufunesa usamuzika wa Vendor International ndasvika Joburg ndakanda dzikampani dzedzambuza zvo muzika wa Vendor aurengiwi ngantani rwambo rwa Vendor arungokuna and arungodara ba Vendor ndevatuku. The same people are eating about the same thing that they said can't work. Babona uri nezvino rotomokanda dzikonsi dzavona vaimbi vavo hange John Makhwani then vatomondokera samusidzana wa Vendor and then ava Vendor vatenda undatedza nomvesa after doing a general year Vendor vachiri aiteye ya rasa matishitishe nda eventually nda evaluate and let's do something that accommodate everybody namsala vakuja in very large general but hava semanne and then my hard sweat yamsina kune vasingandisponsori vone vane vanosedza zvino vadhidheve uri manoda nambira sponsora ndingamba madzina vathu vanji apa vanji vene namusi zvino vava kufola musika vachidziita mini ndingamba namadzina avo venga ndityo kunyami ndichiri ndikombera sponsora votabero vathu vanjisa mutabero ntusandikopasvana delate nomvisa ndoyaka vathu vanjisa vadzibusiness ndichirira ndichiri ngoni ndikangosvika dvd vachintana down nasi ndikotombula step madhachanga vovhera nepawo vovhera ndifumakadza kutsiyanga vachimpa 10,000 yoro nditoita chitoko chadvd udecember asina napeni vachimpana chiredo yodori ndakuwana pala mukwa wajejes ontrainawo nanamusiti avala munhu ane vapresanga mbiri yanga yote Johnny Texera always believed in me that white man vachimpa chiredo yaMakhadzi yawo iyo ndibhadhira Makhadzi chikoro akunya kubhadhira chikoro ndisina napeni nomvesa ndichikoro chimwe yanga ndabhadhira chikoro ndabhadhira music video ndandachimati ndarambiri univheni yange ndasale napeni nandabhadhira music video yashanda kuuya ngachiredo yanga nomvisa ndandabhadhira music video uri TV neruti ndandabhadhira PR ngachiredo yakanga chiredo yemuzika zvino mwana muono wangu zvino hezvo ndabhikelwa ngakhale kulwanidza makuwanidza makampani maulwanidza for mwana muvenda ndikodzikanda dzikonzi ndikotoma vasedzisa ndikojena the song of the year and babonyadza ndizosokuzana kuna kumota na music study mini hezvo ndichiwocha zvila zvitongoro ndinambo ndisamatorokisa radio ndakudzwa kaiwe kampani yane kuya mwe abamngana wangu mpetawo uri mbofi tempo yayo impesa ingasirire kwa metro na nini mara ndabhaka dzimwendera na rutuzwa ngola mtukana nofile kumlangeni ndagidimesa ndandiyana ukanyimwemera ngoti ngasiye ambe ndikodoliro re vana vachi 1 2 3 mara wana ikoliro ndadhikusora mara wasikabrambirika chirira ya item yeah nombe iya item ndafara zvombora kuti kunge ndipungudze iwe slow so nezvenda ita ndova ndikoshumira venda ngapassion yori muzika mavenda uya international that's why ndokonobvisa mvenda ubva toya ndoya France usina agreement nadzo dzokhampani kuwanitsatu uya hapo France yaonenisa ndabvisa muimbo mvenda aya Barcelona Spain to the biggest festival nofi Primavera Pro usina agreement zvembora vana tofuna vakonchuri hedzana chikuda vochanelo ungafana nonofara kweMTV ngafana nofara and vane vasingojenerera bitu vakotomangalo ukophunyuka vamukete so nina ndakodzurira ndalokeriwa that's why wana chitori changai chopushiwa mwedzi auna chiro chinotrenda mwedzi chitanda 2 days 3 days chava chobva kana uchava 6 tape I trending mwedzi mara yangu pusha 2 months because there were people who were paid una journalists dzakadza dzichimuromfera tungo dzichimuromfera nerobaderiwa uri machero uri machero chigwana vane kopfori ndikobala newspaper yori ufinde ndikokoroda 100,000 ya beat DJ call me ndikokoroda 100,000 ya beat na Caspasa baderi beat 100,000 wakaspanyo vesting echipinga aba big bandi hona beat ne kwambo boyipiyo ngori beat ya wona bosiya call me obado yitsha call mtu kana fike 2 yena pazana mna napazana reset la case wazo ngofuna utsha beat ngora no settle case na contract zion uthi ufinne odava makungu I used to read articles about myself na nomne ndisho offer nana ngoba ngisepana kuri ngoba kana nani blind man afuna lwa 3,000 ngamo ngazoro wala mtu wala more than 508 ngamwedzi muti na nomna ngadaziyamba I have proof of payments if you want them I can email them to you or send you on WhatsApp so you can put them on your podcast ati banga is the bank doesn't lie but that kuno the bank account number you know you so now I chose to shut up because abala vanhu navana chelende injisa inopera yanga that's why vakonobhadhira PR inobe kutenisha dzinalanga mashika zvamudevode vofuna muzika ndoricha plano wefendi veka industry bande vakonkarele mpopolote vana vevajeva imbe that's why kuchimujia vaimbote valimpopo ndikobika labone bone vachili
so zote zvinozoita nobhadhira journalist it was done by that record label
yes trying to tarnish my name trying to take me out of the game out totally
the obvious record label that I'm thinking of
there's many it's not one baba ndio combination ya tatu marona ntia head and hiyo head yake nditoka ndungana wana zvimwe na deal na wira ndo isana navo imwe ya distribution ineba kudhinkoroda chiri denji nabo bayazvidiva and na contract navo ineta tubuya nafona na donatina ndikunyaka na pay ndofumula but one day is
and how did it feel Moses kuti amorara ako planero ako vambelwa
chama ndichori danki ya mtu mutune futek
yeah
and you can sacrifice your life for people but they'll never sacrifice their lives for you especially arali mutu arwachisiwana achivovona zvinhu zvakudi anganirwa ngaplate yanachimba if I must say that nendisvore mangwana ndotrainiwa kusvore utongori vatu vanji avandivi nomvesa nandotrainiwa chisvore chamupfumo sichotamba navone pavo vene muna vanga vachidikudzisa nomvesisa ndotrainiwa chisvore ainge una naudiva masuri ila mishumo ine naibona phala masole ndi company ine ndi shareholder yayo Freedom Mark mishumo yokupheyila kana ndilapha kanti na company ine ndashuma kuya ngeSKP nashuka khe ila fame phala una imwe board ngone Freedom Mark phala ndoshuma phala official opening yange mushumoni wanga umunyu ti yoitwa ngani nena dzigigi dzoṱhe dzo thoma swika ndi venture na makwanga abantu thoma zwangu so ndo trainwa nga mashole ene na musi wo bipa so athi vana nna kumbudzela mfana wanga ndi musi wono thusa muthu iwe ufuwa no soldier on iwe ndeva kusola nathi winga face and it was not the first fist and it would never be the last fist ndiko ndiyo za USA izwo ndituku zvaravena mara utobori bavenda bombaisesa and nebomboresa ngori I cannot invest 15 fucking years of my life ndaita zvizvo zvino namuvenda namutika ro ana peni kana vana na peni kana vari vana rufumo ngapani zvababharera nemara ndazviita ndikoitela vona uri vakunodirwa kana hane kuone vavaone kana vatova Britain kana vagai vakudirwa kana kandishungu yeni nomuno ndatoita hard sweat hard end I invested my time I didn't sleep for years for this mara vavenda vasamprotect and vavenda vasampe space chori ndihambe chitori changa vasinyakontacheresa everybody judged me even the people who knew how hard I was working they were judging me so they can be relevant however una vatu vene vachinga kuri mwana ka Facebook uti kana ka Instagram kana ka Twitter vamwale zvivi zvine azvi exist mamungana ti the same person atapedza kupostela zvito amfonera ari mungana atiko zvimene zvula zvino kuti rozamo ndione dzi likes ndozamo va relevant a couple of people. The only person who's always staying real, raps my phone. Postman even today. Because he was there with my Jane. He knows the truth. He knows his truth and my truth. People like we the DJ, they were with me through thick and thin. Like I had people who were like, Rita, why you? Because they know how much I've invested. They know how much. No, 4 years. Look at the space of a she was bringing silence in 5 days. But she go loud over the seriously. What's no problem? What's about Ambo Falina Laman is strong. Man was a professor. One to watch a day and all of them are staging. But all the sacrifices went to bullshit. And I regret. Maybe if I put myself first, I would have been in the States. That's why you find now I'm more focused on my brand and trying to go international on my own. Because I lived most of my life putting people at front and putting myself second, and it didn't work for me. It never worked because those people never appreciate. At the end, it's about them. It's us because they want you to help them. But after helping them, they say it's them. So there's no longer us. So in any sort of base at the end of the day. I'm not much of a cry. It's just
you want us to take a break? Or?
Nah, it's fine. This story, I hardly cry. It just brings back a lot of memories. When I go to see I was almost killed. I was almost banned.
You told me the story.
I was almost killed, but I'm not scared of death. You know, it's just that the trauma that stays behind. Even if you're very strong, sometimes you sleep and you shake like something's gonna happen and. Yeah. You're just bringing back a lot of bad memories, man. But you know, if you don't tell your story, sometimes you cannot grow from it.
Because people deserve to know.
They don't deserve shit. I don't owe them shit. That's what I used to tell myself. I don't owe them shit.
Because there's always two sides of stories.
But when that they're ungrateful monsters.
What happened?
Sometimes I wish I was Zulu.
What happened in the episode? Because Major told me he was with you that day.
It was January. I had a show at Badmach. Him and Razi were both there. The drama kept on for 2 months. So now the second month I couldn't keep myself in and let my business suffer and let my artists go alone. So that day I woke up, pulled up my strength and said, Razi, let's go to this. Because no, I cannot continue to let my business that I invested my life started from a zero budget and let people control whatever and let them win because they don't even know my side of the story. So then we are eventing that much. We are eventing a shop.
It was you,
one Nana in a rascal.
Major was not there.
Knowledge. We're in my car.
Okay.
So I don't care about that. That does not even bother me. Even it gives me more power. I feel like I'm very important. I just turn negative into positive more times. I hype myself up and say, even if they're saying shit about me, I know they want to be me. They know if they're talking about me, I'm more important than everybody else. So let's go. We are. And major so about the Raburin. I got happy to be around over there. No, I could real drop a so rich government is still a dog when I start Panda. This is a film never Panda Man Palangere.
It's related in a view.
I related in a no swing out. The last of Fiaco was a rip out in Brunava and
okay.
So next one about that is some good over bad. So then about one in the consent room. Rich of Cabana car no. Now accident. One woman's a vein. Zoro some dress was one. That no accident. Man, no, I'm 21 accident. I shall call why such a check? And I also got the annual. So I might be to the right man. You want to call a man. You have come on color one. Ah, yeah, it's another number sport. That's why I love wearing caps anyway. Or sport is so. Some of that was so that could sound like we have another sport here. I didn't crowd. You just got another year or some to open up with me. So never good jig and you got a will is the end. Like what I had that day, I shall set up Katia Valavat. I like from the real wow. What do you mean? Enjoy the finger. They know when I'm on when I'm not able to give him a boy. Hey, it's what give him a I remove peace. What's the review? About the review. No, we was not the one. I think it was Razin. It was Razin was the silver one. Yeah, it was Razin. We are actually not there. No, I'm not going to give him. I was going to have a kiss, and then they were serious. Gorilla would give him as much trouble. One of more flash tomorrow. Everybody was silent from General Oscar Christian. So I'm trying we are going to the so I was almost there. As soon as was the threat I got, we're like, and then I'm going to find out about the Wunga for my prisoner from the society. If I was not strong enough, just death threats, a lot of death threats. There was a time when people wanted to come burn my house. Hey, it's too much traumatic. Like, I don't even want to take myself. The best part is I got through it and I don't owe anybody. And that's one thing I'll die for. I will never apologize for something I didn't do. I can only apologize if I was wrong. So for something I didn't do, I don't give a fuck, but I'll never say sorry when I was not any other victim. So never. Not in this lifetime.
Why did you decide not to say your piece that time and only now?
I'm not even saying it's not like I didn't say my piece. You know what happened? Me as an owner of a company, right? There's a lot of stakes. And the one has the client besides Mutute.
Yeah.
So Zukofana na telecom yorana. I happy no machine wa telecom kuko accuser 1 2 3. That's why nilona manashimana legal because if I was wrong of no fire work and of no official nobody have guy. That's why we chair mulayuni. Abore nilo ko win. Wole na ko luza magari side rekumbe take it out of court. I'm sorry. Yenda ndo shirwa muya. Odawa ko majibadi. Utobora rasta ko no beka social media. Rabana ko shimachana zamano nya bushuma. Nenda ashashuma. No was the law go for that way to continue ngamama madzina bathu ba was clients but they picked it up. You know, but as well no. First time Jingo 6 man went to work. But that's time for you. I think chipinga chamba chiba chushika. Mishumonga uitwa and it was about time for me to move on. I guess God was redirecting me. So ngakona na client nje. Was not zini ori. Ndaya bathu zomba nenda haba na client yanga kana una mu mishumonga na kufuna yashangoni. Zomba la abala babathu ndofuna ushimana bona msi. Because now I always take client confidentiality to the world. Client confidentiality to the world. And me, I believe if I have a deal with you, it's me and you. So I keep it to us. If you are clashed, none of that clash, you can be two fools. One person, there was no fee. I don't want to a bar. Nine, I just not wait and bad. People won't notice who's there. So now I knew my truth, and my surrounding knew my truth, and my colleagues knew my truth. That's why I'm solution business, because the people that I'm working with now, they know the truth. They know what happened. They know what I went through. So if I went to the world as a modita superstar, remember I don't have followers because I am not a superstar. I don't sing, and I don't expect to have followers because I am not a superstar. I am behind the scenes. But behind the scenes, I want 200 followers, it's fine. But I'd rather put that $7 million than 10 million. That's what we do for a living. So if you expect Duma or Aaron Funja to go to the public and go to interviews and say, no, that's my guy, I need time in as a dead draga, as I tell me, after Savannah, I'm at the same level now. All I'm showing. So you won't even see the difference. So now I have to die with that because I even promised my client that I won't take your secrets out. So I live by my words. That's how I was designed. That's how I was trained. I can't go out and say, you say fuck me and I say fuck you too. That's not how I'm trained. So I'm going to never fuck you too. I want to move to you, say I want to run the business. So I'm going to no, not all the business. You don't fuck me too almost. So you get my point. So I don't fight fire with fire. It's not me.
Do you personally regret working with her?
Helping her, no. Working with her, yes. Helping her, no. But working with her, yes, I do. I wasted my money, my time, my energy. I took in a whole lot of shit. People who knows what was happening behind the scenes knew what I was going through a lot. And I wish her luck, but I also am very grateful and thankful that we decided to part ways. Because if I was still working with her, I don't know.
Maybe if you forced it.
No, not fasting. If that didn't happen, or if those they took me to a place where I ndandisina boyfriend tina mwana ndandisina vangana ndandisayiphathini. I even missed my sister's weddings. Mchato wamkomana wanga mkonde was in a gig Mendindilani. Mchato wakangani. I used to sacrifice everything to the way I missed my nieces and my nephews' birthday parties. Your blood family because I was investing in that career. Thinking it's us, or else it was her, and I didn't know it was not us at some point. So lockdown was very good to me. Gratefulness of lockdown because it gave me another inspection. Not this soul searching. And I took my gangster in me and put it other ways. And now I'm in love, number one. I've been available for like 10 years. I only had a booty call once in 6 months. But then once in Jesus Christ, I'm in love. I'm happy. I'm happy. I put myself first. The way is partying me. Like I attend funerals for the change. I do family gatherings, like not family gathering and a young lockdown, like my aunt cried. Like I last year December I'm party cool December for my mom. Me and Gabon 2003, imagine. I only managed to do a big party. Best, man. I went all out and spent my money.
The family was there.
All the family did everything for them. Like it was like and not answering to your money anymore. Lockdown that was landscaping. I was doing a lot of results. I was spending a lot of time at sites. Madakani. So spend such sites. Done to earth. Like you laugh. Like all those things that used to matter didn't matter no more. PC was there, like the friendship was strong. I was shooting Sunday Life Express, if you saw, lockdown. There was a show that I did, which we used to do every Sunday. So what we then? Whereas like we had this other something to look forward to on that Sunday Life Express. So it was something that took me back to the music a week. We're okay, Sunday to Sunday Life Express. We do a setup in my garage. We do this.
That's my garage.
That's my garage. That's my garage. So it was something that was like vuva vum, but then I found myself. I found true love. I found true friends. I like I told you, I have 90% of my friends are men, but I never thought I would mend in with females. Now I have females who are in different business industries who are my friends. So actually, calls me in the morning and say, Rita, where are you going today? I'm like, I'm going to Bulukwane, but after this show I'm going to go. Like, we're driving with you, don't worry. And then tomorrow we're doing you a small party, we go out as ladies. I've never done that in my life. Like, it's new things to me. And it makes me happy. Like, I'm seeing the world in a different, I don't care what I wear, they don't care what I eat. They don't have a problem with how much weight I gain or how much weight I lose. They don't judge me. They love me for who I am. And I have a man who understands me. I never thought I would have a man in my life. I'm not in this world. Jesus, I never thought, honestly.
Yeah.
I never thought I would have a man who appreciates me for who I am. And I never thought I would be those women. I've always been independent, you know, all my life. I've always made it on my own. I've never had somebody to go brush me and say, don't worry, love, don't care about all this. I've always been the one hyping myself up. So I believe if I was still in that world, because remember, what you guys see is not what's happening behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, like, it's always chaos. You never rest. Like, everybody needs you awake. So that's why you see some of them end up being in drugs. Because for you to be awake, you need something to juggle you in. So that's why when those are if you lost waiting. So I think God was saving me for the bigger picture. That's why now I actually get paid just to go to Zimbabwe or to fly to UK or to my experiences, my rough rocks, my mistakes, my good gains and stuff like that, and get paid 70 grand. That's for 70. And they pay my flights and they pay my accommodations. I even get drivers, ground drivers, just 70, 80 grand.
Just to talk.
Yeah, out of the country. That's why I'm going to Mauritius this week. I'm going to Monix Music Festival. It's in Mauritius, but I'm going to Kenya first, Nairobi, and then from Nairobi I'm going to Mauritius. And then from Mauritius, I'm still going back to Tswana International Music Conference last year na DJ Fresh. And then I'm still going to another one in the UK. I was supposed to leave to New York on the 22nd, but the problem is no apply a visa late. So now, if you saw me posting this poster, so there is ADNND, which normally was part of the global ambassador. So and red carding FIFA and Mwari International Conference. So I'm part of that. I'm one of the coordinators. So I'm going back in October to New York City to coordinate the event. And so I'm going to take Vanderbilt poet to New York and as a poet from South Africa, and I'm taking Dr. Colbert to New York as well, Atlanta, and then I'm taking, it's also gonna do a song with Luciana and Roots 2000. They were here in Polokwane because I met them in Durban and they flew down to Polokwane last week for his show. So we're also planning on doing something with Morgan Heritage, and then I'm also taking the DJ and Raps Bafu to the UK, not the US. And yeah, so now I've got big artists that I work with and Botswana and Sim and Ghana, EcoSax and Sue. So my plan now is to go international. I want Chivenda music to go to the world. If I have traveled to Spain, if I've taken myself to Barcelona, if I'm taking myself to Mauritius, if I'm taking myself to simple Durban, to Botswana, to Zimbabwe, to Mozambique, it means I can go to all these places.
What about taking me as a podcaster where you're going?
Anything is possible, my love. You have to knock the right places. I believe there's always doors for everything. And one thing people don't know about the music industry in Venda is which are opening, and there's so many departments which are still not closed. We're not department in that's called Nyaga. But like there's content creators, besides being a manager, besides being an artist, and una the stylist, una the PR, una the PR, una marketing, there's logistics, there's brand analysis, like there's so many things. They never vendai. And then I cannot be all in one. That's why I tell you, sometimes I end up working with Timmy and I because no one okay content creator you can be a producer, you can be a lyricist, you can be There's so many things in the industry. For billionaire. But everybody wants to carry the mic because more spotlight, and there's no money with spotlight. Because remember, if you don't understand the music business, and if you don't have a team, and if he wants to be a manager himself, he wants to do PR himself, he wants to do marketing himself, he wants to be the designer himself. So you can't be all in one. So business and so a company thing. You have an reception, have an direct, have an CEO. It's like RDE. Me, I had all these departments. But when I'm trying to I hate department. Why is this we lacking? Why is this lacking? So so I like a principal at school. So vendor I was music so royalties, mechanical royalties. So you actually get paid just for composing a song. You don't want to every bit in the other. So there's something called a spreadsheet, Lavis. Why don't Durban people always do collaborations and they don't fight? Because they know there's a spreadsheet.
And what
an example. There is something simple, spreadsheet. If you know, if problem with that we are not informed, RDE you do near lessons some music. Near kono yana register na kono hoyo ba kono for 10% ya mini 5% ya mini according to rate na participate according. Not a composer mtu muzikani ya ora. Not a mwana mtu muzikani ya ora. Ola gore ya flat. So what beat muno master dio cha badeli one. It is go badeli zombo roll entitled to 50%. Ma ara boss kabane badanga beat ba badeli na studio time. So yombo whenever entitled to percent in Ethiopia. Na kama pesa zako kono roll kujia ngana. Ngoro boni mo zubadela. Mara wanzi mabadela na peni mara ngonya entitled to 100%. What's that? Just not the stupidity kashango and the zumba never say sakazi ngozi province or bavendara there. That's when we discuss about the bena bako say watu walimbuka ni ngotanya ndishunga music. And they're right. That's where Zulu people come and rob us because already we're fighting amongst each other. For something in there, never rob us na tari na rongo bala bungazo. And you can't blame those people because you guys don't go and study. Bao kama bandiru. You love money but you don't want to read. So me, I love books more than it.
Lastly, because you and yourself know what happened between you two, as he came to you, ngakuna ni maybe.
Nandi for ways. Trouble na ngonya kuflera debe.
Okay. You're still in good terms.
In good terms. Nani event no phone ni phone na runya kubuka papa na coacha. Randa kutirana kuyi atenda rido badeli wena makala singo cha badeli wangu runa bango watu ngine ngeka timina bako ndo na forex fine ashimika shonti.
That was my conclusion. I was talking to my director.
Nena yero amba and randa na surprise and nzazi kufuna ngamanda ngorunda ndo tsabutsa. Regardless the fact you're in the vendor and from farana and then the local it's not like cost manager donga kama kwani and not and udiro work team ya wona bango bathu bene nabo kali ari mu persona zabo because I really na I'm not meet at mama cheleni at expect to funga mwana mwana no kakira kana no kukura na nenda no kukura ndiko ne revenge so yambori rotel kufana ngomvesa so utobana bango bathu kenela team and then I have no problem and it's not ara zoba zungai ara robo and then aba change na chimwana chini abala batuna ndo wana bakoyo baone mara utoba na bango batungane palanga ngombe ne abakontoda. So I don't think shontinga mulaya anyways I won't be around. I'll be in Mauritius on that day. I'm leaving on the 28th and I'm coming back. I'm flying back to South Africa on the 5th, so I won't be around.
Yeah, Mar, that was my conclusion. I was talking to my director podcast Mshari. There's no way surunga bukawa to whatever vendor and show Dr. Colbert Mugwa.
I quotation a rate. And I really agree with the quotation, and it was very reasonable. It's quite confidentiality.
Yeah.
It was very reasonable for local affording and I from our normal rates in the consider for life then. Utoboru unaba batunga ngumu ene la team as wala wana wa watu. Asa washatu wa matope buri njuwebo ai. Roblanets. Utaba na batunga ngumu bene bakonya kuta discourse zao. That's why nitinga bona ara nne nabali kuita mu event mu petukana. Hata haba na mahemo imorde nga ngumu katsina service provider. We have a national trend so Facebook because I'm interrupting and I'm sure mara choto mara choto shimeka Facebook when I try mbadala na pay. So I don't care about social platforms. Social platforms were created to market and campaign our and promote our businesses. Makwa with platform. So it's unfortunate that us black people are using it to fight amongst each other with nothing that we even know knowledge about. Opinions is RDE bungo ningabani lawyer ini maybe a criminal law and lawyer entertainment.
How do you manage to convince the great Dr. Colbert Mugwa
I didn't convince the Dr. Colbert. I didn't want to manage him. So then I flew.
Yeah, disclaimer on that. Yeah,
none of flew. That's why I couldn't come to the first time. Okay, next one. Then
I'm going to Colbert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when the person at 15 years. I'm going to me person was like a mom to me. What junior, I was talking to Maleri, or Ali, or Ruzi, you know, the other person on weekend, that's why I ended up with one of my name you can. That's another, I mean, it was some can sport some men, like to me, they're like family, which one I'm called day, Mutsindachi. Kaoroyote this is what one komonga maropa marapisa kunko zurari ya una usquare kuya nina mnini nina watu ngabo gift maringa nina watu ngabo chuku like ni bathu vendera zuri bo rendani nefale wongereza kuna stone so amkwa wengelone hayani ngombesa home so no akruwa asiyaba kumato akwayo namze ndiko join ezo zwithu vamwe vokutsimulena kutsula ja chiko chansa ritava ko vachira chiri chirego so he saw my future before I saw my future, you know. And all I got my manager RDE entertainment is my cousin Major. RDE. So now is what damage your major family and as an Amazon so I separate and I made you then a piece we are like this, we can't separate the broken band. So that's what the continuous. So I have a about the 6 months back, 5 months back. Bamfonera baritara kufuna zobasalamba mara nne sawana wabo ndawa ndiko shaba ndiko foka ndiko funa saka zichere za pesi kana zichere zinozo baita ndakaswena so vaya fona ngazobari iwe ndakafona ruma and agoda yani ndani nani vani busy vari busy zokumana and the mara ndazostopnya I'm going to go to pinch and take a pinch. Never, and then you go on so I know, my business as the agent, it's about my brand. I was like, about your brand. That's how I'm bringing that not everyone's lifetime, never. Like, I love this music. Like, I grew up in the family. I know the family is too, yeah, you know, I never thought I would be steering the steering wheel. So, okay. I then I'm going to back and some of the okay, I'm going to back and the one. But I can't lie. That's what has never known. Those are not familiar. I'm one of them, not sure what the number one okay. They brand this one. He writes me, I could move. The only person that we can trust with this brand. And the one was wrong when I never covered those too much. That's why I never said to listen above. Abangasiore mu ngandini abadiba very sentimental ba botari pesa ba diva de muthu ene ba bona mapungo ba imbanga ona mfuro mapungo akuma that's why it relates ne then bakona bakusumesa zozori nyakushimana it came as a shock ne sorry I love them I don't know but just tell those who feel like everything. So that me, I wanted to go back to study. And I was like, hey, my darling, you are too late. I'm back in study already. It's just that none of the voting I see visa and then I see pay was at the so from today onwards, I want you to do the paperwork so we can sign down that. Okay. So I was like, can you give me 2 days to think about it? He's like, no problem. I went home. Okay, the best part here, I know their personas from the band to him. Personalist side. A respect side, the Baba, he knows me, but the Babu Chinyanga, Chinya, but the Babu Wianga, but the Bamburianga. I've always been there for the family, and the family has been there for me. The Babotsumurun, the Bafokamuruvan, like they're like my family, they're like my other family. So it can't be that hard. Because the person just want to go to Vasha, and to pretend that because keep so then after 2 days, he called me. But I was and I'm busy with the paperwork. And then it's been golden ever since. It's beautiful. And how many months now? I think it's 4 months. Mara, Rita when we show me. Hey! I'm 2 years! It's very, and we're moving on a very fast scale. And the best part is this transparent, and I'm transparent, and no, bana batwe bazama kudzibe gizufika unyagurisa rasera so rolisa we saw you coming we saw them coming I don't know what you said nana bona buyi I don't know what you said actually baba says because It's a beautiful family. We're transparent. I tell him when I'm not feeling okay. I tell him when it's true. He tells me when it's not okay. He tells me if he has an idea and what I think about it, and I tell him if I have an idea what he thinks about it, and then we sit on something that can work for both of us. So yeah, as transparent as we are, everything is moving smoothly. The band is happy, he's happy, I'm happy, Raps is happy, we is happy, so all is happy.
But Musaruka RDE entertainment in the room is well.
Hey, I'm on the reserve song about to, but I'm not too long sure I'm not to give out those ones.
Well, I'm sure what is this.
Hey, tell me what.
Let's talk about when you are depressed or maybe you are down. Let me rephrase it in this way. You are down, something happened to you, maybe it's in a lesson or a would you turn to?
That's why I'm saying I have a very small circle. My circle always protects me. They stay with me, they sleep with me. I'm grateful to have a team that loves me unconditionally. And I know a lot of artists out there and a lot of managers and a lot of people in the music industry don't have what I have. That's why I pray every day and I'm grateful every day. I pray too much because I feel I'm one of the chosen ones. I'm one of the strongest ones. I'm not just strong because I'm alone. I'm not just strong because whatever pain I went through was to build me to be the strongest woman that I am. And I'm a true definition of the strongest women in Africa. So I had that you know about doom. Habana batu bote bangwa ruva makwani bangwa vandi kumula mama wati vaku Russia. Raps were over us and tenaro kuba. So those people, you'll find them in my corner. They will feed me food. They will make jokes. We even forget to run in a scenario. We can make a play. We can watch movies. Can creative, and then we forget to win the situation, and they just make me laugh. And we just make jokes, man. And sometimes we just get high, and sometimes we just play hard. Sometimes we can even make a party of 5, a party of 10. So yeah, I hardly get depressed because I always have a full house and I always have people around me who love me unconditionally. People who don't judge me. People who are not next to me because they want Rita, but there are people who are not around me because they want money. Not people who are not around me because they want lifestyle. But when I yeah. So I've got pure-hearted people. I don't have friends. I don't surround washangolanga ngazi fene kana ndina bathu bene ara ndiko kaka batombo rabarita papa ngofara yona ayiwini ndazifana nomunora ayiwini atina bala bathu bene ndiko kaka bari ayiko win ngori to kuri kuwina. No, I have people who tell me uri ndibashika ina kwaita bari that's what hey yeah chikona chikwamba ngori chike and mfana ngone yibona tikukanda yona ipopie ngomfesesa and then ngazifila because imagine when you're surrounded with people who are yes ninga gaya dindini bakuri yes and shika dindini bakasinore mara muthu ene na yes and no nina zozo eno kwe ambadi yakuma ziyamba nithola dindini kudonina ngori obore no. So do you get my point? So I don't surround myself with fake people. I surround myself with people who are not ndibona superstar atidibona ndoduma ngori no aluwa mutani wa muthu odumao nda aluwa bathu bachidala chinitsedza so nato bachidza kufana special child. That's why this auntie. That's why this are act to be somebody else. That's why I'm always the same old G. Mutu on the wa 2002. I'm still the same person today. Udoramba mtuna kumna interview ile zana change. Mutu ajina na class udoramba abarta change shell. I don't tell not chana never face na kitaka na ndono basile queen. No, no, I'm still the same old G that started at Fly D radio, and I'll continue like this till death do me apart. Salute.
Salute. I get you, man. Out of everything is right there, I was never talking about as well. It's been 2, if not 3 years now. But when I'm see if I could post it to social media, never tell everybody when they come and talk about whatever they're talking about. They make me laugh.
How you cannot entertain something that you didn't do? You only get hurt and entertain something or somebody in this was the debate today. Another book have a better job. Often do wrong information. Can I believe as well as a newspaper? I'm going to newspaper and the newspaper. Remember, I was once a journalist. So I used to lie for a living. You understand? And now I believe it's not going to happen to us. Now I like to say, Makuashu, Bamero type internet cafe, or watching the assignment, Varipa your type you. So you can't blame that person for being naive and stupid and have a low IQ or not knowing the truth. You understand in the end, don't know and one thing about social media, okay, what I'm not ever out of the matrimony to Monacan. That is a motor and then relations, emotions. That's not over and radio, para, in a Kosaka, in and Lisa, or about some Scotch Venda. Maranga were on the moon. No one's a hotel, I'm sure, and one person, I know a democracy and a democracy no live for. So in a social media, she was, oh my God. Wait. Then that's why I was in a relationship. Hey, date. I put the brand. That's it. It's in my shoulders. I don't know anybody, no explanation.
Yeah.
No one once you feel like you are people's property or intellectually, you will never live your life. So now I'm not that type of a person. I'm not owned. I own myself. Not even my father owns me. So I'm so depressed. All I'm to have been doing, antisocial. Anyone to song about Sunday. I bet that if another example, no type of event or badness. How comment about 1,000 and code, but I don't know whatever comment on the barrel. How 1,000? How about the company? They're always sitting on the couch on their phones. They cannot go. Neither like gigs waiting. Whatever see have a for the snap at poster. About whatever meant. But the just like poster, but we are here, it's happening. What's your? What's on task of? I didn't know. So a lot of people who are hiding behind their phones, they have low self-esteem. They're antisocial. They're depressed. They are unemployed. That's why they have so much time in their phone. They are dying inside. They're not supposed to commit suicide because and so she creates a vengo, not jealousy. So do you think I care when I wake up at 4 and sleep at 5? Every day, work or no work. And then take days at chat of your sick. No, I'm different than no comments of the Nafona. There is a early frag rough past off. Then the comments are early. Oh, check on the phones and WhatsApp. 1, 2, the man with the shoe. Never have office in the office. Never have office in the office. Never have when I have concrete. Never have office in Maruba. No, it helps me. I love that. It's me. Not when I'm sick on you. Not when I'm going to travel. Not baby. They imagine Ngazi 14, Ngazi 5 in Colbert, South Africa. There's a possibility una event Jacaranda music festival in Zimbabwe. I met the owner of the event now in Durban and music. So he invited me to come. So that event is starting on the 7th. So I was telling my man that I have this challenge. I was supposed to leave to the USA on the 22nd, but now my visa is delayed, so I have to go to in October. So I'm leaving on the 28th to Mauritius. So when I come back, Zimbabwe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I can network there and come back and when I'm going to that supporter. But next thing you know what my boyfriend said? Sure, baby, you've always been on the road. Don't you want us to go for a vacation? And I was like, maybe, but I'm not sure yet. Because I even told that man, there's a possibility I'm coming to Iran. And I can come back and say, my darling, we can do it in some way. Maybe the February or January, the whole month or 2 weeks. I can give you my 2 weeks in February, baby, and then let me just go to Zimbabwe. And he will say yes, because he knows I love my work.
How can entertainment industry?
No. Not at all. He doesn't even care. And he doesn't even know music. He knows the music I love. Like me, I'm so old school, reggae, dancehall. I'm sort of jazz. I'm so controversial with music. He's down to earth. He's the sweetest. He's humble. He doesn't see Rita, he says Denga. Like he doesn't do Facebook, he doesn't do Instagram, doesn't do Twitter. He does WhatsApp. He doesn't care. So he doesn't care. He's in love with the person, not the spotlights. And I've been waiting for the past 15 years. I've been waiting for a man who loves me for me. That's why I'm not mostly in the dating industry. I've kept myself. I think Yeah, the one from Makhadzi, if not the far or some, because the drama pride and eggs on a mobile. Or about money respected, which we respect is and na in if no up or the last people not that's our in respect and those room so I've been always saving myself for a better man. I've always been saving myself I'd rather stay single, have no man, and put my career first and dedicate my life until one day. That's what it's now one, and it's not bushy. Until that one day I find a man who respects me, who loves me, who is not dependent financially on me, who I'm not dependent financially on him, who is financially stable, and I'm financially stable. Oh, we are planning. Okay, I'm not getting younger people. And then another says like you, I've done my fair share of community work and think Savannah was still one, and I mean, but now I think it's about time I put myself first, and I think age I mean at the age of 33, this is not one and this is not pushing. The last social is 36 and this is not one. I need another return not to stay behind this legacy. That's why and Savannah she returning. Hey, empire was now Mashak and being a survivor. So I believe I need a strong, small soldier like me. That's what I believe in. But when you're not going to go to children, that's when I will die with my kids. I want my life to be a book. I've always lived by that motto for so long until my men convinced me, baby. You say how loving you are to kids, how much kids love you, and how much you love other people. I think you should nurture that love to your child, and maybe we should start planning. So yeah, I'm planning, but it's not this year. This year it's out. It's totally out because remember we're recovering from COVID, the pandemic and stuff. So my company didn't take a knock at all, but now we're just rebuilding in different angles. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to diversify my business internationally. So international in the sense of I have to focus on it, and then my love life is kind of good. I even blush speaking about it. It makes me who's kissing right now? Sorry. It makes me feel in love over again, man. That I didn't believe. But thank you for making me laugh again.
You know, the way I was connected in IoT, I've always wanted to ask you this question. Have you ever had a talk with the current president of South Africa or any previous president?
Oh yes, Ramaphosa. Naki is my best friend, man. Well, Ramaphosa, the first wife, okay. Minister's House Secretary Reza. So Ramaphosa I want to visit the home. So I should do a minister, so that's doing any Malek and no matter so I was very close to them. So whatnot. So I know the president who's spoken.
And he knows you.
Yeah, who doesn't know me? Hello. Who doesn't know me? But anyways, it's not who knows you. But when you're it's how you represent yourself and how you take yourself from here to there. Because if I'm not a politician, it doesn't matter.
The last time
it was about how we can transform the music industry.
What about to load shedding?
No load shedding. There's no load shedding in Senton and there's no load shedding in Durban. There was no load shedding. I'm telling you.
I'm going to hearing.
Yeah, that's what you want. Even if you phone about, I'm not load shedding. Like what? Nah, Arabs go to the job. There's no load shedding that side. Oh, too much. There's no load shedding Arabs.
The movie that you're making with Z Films.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Okay. There's three different projects. The first project was commissioned by Limpopo TV, which you're the department or whatever. You're not better. Azania. I'm the one, and Ernest Mpapuri who wrote the script, the name of the service.
Ernest Mpapuri, as in the one who Limpopo cinema. Okay.
Moimei, Wula Ashimaka TV, called the Morning Live Show.
This is not the one. Limud's never be Sadrak.
Okay. But I know them. Back with Shimana, they got school. Okay, yeah. So we were doing Azania. It's a 12-episode series.
What's the series?
Yeah, you combine Chitsonga, Chipedi, Chivenda. So it's the meeting of 3 tribes. So that one was commissioned by Limpopo TV. So there's a lot of things there that are not going right, but then we'll get it right. And then Z Films had another project. It's a series as well, because they've been trying to get Netflix to fund them. So from Limpopo we're disadvantaged, and even our processes, they always consider Jobekas and KZNers and whatever. So we decided, and whatever sense Z is collecting, whatever sense we can collect, let's shoot. So there's the first one is done, it's a series, and then the second one, so it's Z's project. It's just that now Z is shooting the project. There's a lot of people there who yeah, like there's a lot of people there. And then Z and advisor, like we worked hand in hand. I profounded his company when he started for it to just take a bigger height. So he came to me and said, there's a project we're working on, so it's Empire. We're almost done shooting. We tried raising funds and whatever, but now when the final product is done, they want me to come in with pushing it international, because now it's not commissioned and it's not licensed. So that's where I come in. I come in with sponsors and whatever, and then wait the deals. So I can go to Netflix or I can go to Shamex and say, this is the final product we have. And then you guys, maybe you can give us 40 million, and the other ones can say 50 million.
Okay.
And the other ones can say 50 million. So we wait and then say, okay, which one can license it? And then we can take the bigger offer. Which one can be our publisher, stuff like that. So that's why I came in with the paperwork. It's not fully my project, it's Z's project. It's just that this is where I come in with paperwork and how they sell it and how we advise how we take it to the world, as I'm experienced also in the film sector, and I'm trying to improve my knowledge in the film sector.
I forgot to ring myself in the because for South Africa, I'm not
okay.
Is
it 7 already?
It's almost 7.
Sure, and I have another meeting. You guys took my time. But I was late anyways.
But I want to ask these few questions before we go to an IQ test. Macaroni and sure in Mana IQ test game. Goosebump Banana. I don't know if this is true, but I wanted to ask Corey, did he really quoted you 30,000 for the gig?
No.
Okay.
I was surprised.
Just give
he said 10,000.
Oh, okay.
I was surprised when I had the 30,000, and funny enough, that event was not mine. I was just hired to coordinate. Remember, besides me being a service provider, whatever I want to show my project, but for them, never have a stage and sound and barricades and lights. See, now I charge. But I want to have a coordinated event. Who book however in the bus. Never got for a so never for a boost. Not in fact, who for my event here, so. 10 minutes of no quote. Goes back, and then all I'm talking about is all for a budget. I will order Okonyaga youngster. Youngster and so. Dali wonga yaso. Jamba nimenisha bana company dali wonga wonde na mangana mangangi kana za associate. Ndiba kuzama fetu ka budget ya mjita urofara so much. Ala kwa mjita 100,000. Nene fara 50. Jamba ndine na abala ko ameza. Ba ugrene ngori Rita. It's fine. Ni ngombe sasa mara uru ini ba 300. Yele yabo ya normal. So nene fana gozana gozba ona event yaso. At 10,000. Nako kuzasho simple. Nako gozba ndoko bizaka event yanga ya 2019. Ngazi last minute. Wambuza yango chene dutukusi. Also, I will music video on TV. I want to start a samro. I want to start a calpaso. About the Rita. You are not a profound artist. You are not the master furniture university and furniture to you. And the music on which we enter. You got it at home. You can't be mutu ene. And the last thing my police. You want to say, nigga standard definition start and are in inside the good resources. There was some roll to about China music. The guy will report and then we are order with performance show about the text. Uko performance ndikakukota ngori mini awuna collecting nanti yawe namzi muzika wawala radio nazi beti zinengwazi nangoshimisa asidzawe angodzirenga so ayo muthu udeserve ani uhola 10,000. That was my question. And then go shiyamba in a professional sense and also jecha delata mulomoni achiyo. That was if sometimes in the music industry you have to invest in yourself. And I'm not going to start music wow. Abe muzika abe artist yakho. I actually music video maybe about 60,000 eka pilot or license or publish what abeka channel o. Namsa 60,000 area move. Because he's investing in himself. Mara nini ngasko tell nini kwa mangala ati what David ati mufino rotate. Nani ro tumefanga yetu. Nafanya nini kunchuiza. And but mumshelo mia ni abadiva. And but mumshelo mia ati ba kompita naye asi ndiba imbeni let mwini. Nani promoter, nani manager, nani organizer. I will be in the industry with that and ujena ni fashion abvanya jena fashion ab. Ngombe sasa. So ndi mangala tunanga boguzba kwa nofa advice kama imbe ena kukumpita naye. Enda kuna boguzba awe na sare. Be smart. It's an industry. Yeah, we're playing chess. Utambua chess ya famzika. The game babo. Yeah, the ball hapo utambua 5 years mrenje warobe.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, before I want us to do an IQ test game.
Okay.
I have 5 questions. You know, test IQ Rita or IQ Rita ihan.
Okay.
Question number 1. Please spell Jovija for me.
T.
Okay.
J.
Okay.
O.
Okay.
V. I. T. J. O.
That's correct. That's correct.
I am a gincha. I say. I'm very sorry. I'm not. General.
Question number 2. You are in a race. You pass the person who is in position 2. What position are you?
I'm in a race.
You're in a race.
There's 1 in a race and there's position 2, which means I'm number 3. Huh? Okay, I'm in a race and I pass
the person who's in position 2.
Who's in position 2?
What position are you?
I'm 2. Yes, because I was 3 and the 2 was in front of me and there's 1. So which means I'm 2.
Yeah. Question number 3. How many teeth must a normal human being have?
32.
Okay, that's correct.
And I still have 32. I haven't taken 1 tooth. I didn't have 33.
The pin.
33 I've never taken out no tooth.
Question number 4. What is the opposite of now? What is the opposite of now?
Of now?
1986. Mr. Phil.
Then.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. His album is Mr. Phil, Now and Then.
I don't know his albums. I only know Mapungu Bia and African Drum. I never heard this music after my African Drum.
Social Nguve is an abbreviation that stands for?
Social Nguve?
Yes.
It's an abbreviation of social?
Yes. Social Nguve is an abbreviation.
Social Nguve?
Yes.
Social
Nguve.
It's an abbreviation?
Yeah.
Social Nguve is an abbreviation?
Yes.
How?
You don't let me tell you the answer.
No, Muna. Abbreviation again.
Abbreviation, like some things, you know.
How? Social Nguve.
Yeah.
I never social
Yes, let me tell you the answer. Sutu, Shangan, Nguni, and Venza.
Oh, social Nguve. Okay, it's an abbreviation. I didn't know. May I know the short, it's social. More guys, social cafes, social palace. Social, I know a lot of places in social people. Bucks, African roots, they took me to a lot of places where I came. Bucks, Billion Bucks is a friend of mine. Hey, Billion Bucks! African roots they're doing, celebrating 20 years in the industry, right? 25 years in the industry, so they're doing something at State Theatre. And high five to them, I'm going to support them because they're my boys with Edgar Lee,
one last question. Do you think you've made it into this industry or not?
I haven't started yet. I guess my life is international. I haven't done shit.
Oh,
It's only the beginning, so people should get scared. Okay. If they think I've started, I haven't done nothing.
They should be intimidated now.
Men are always intimidated by me. It comes with the package.
I get you, man. One last thing that maybe you want to tell our viewers that maybe they didn't ask you.
We spoke about almost everything. Thanks for hosting me. I had to do interviews because I don't have time. 2.5 hours. Hope you guys are clarified, and let me love you and leave you from the #1 venerable diva. Don't let your dreams die. Believe in your dreams, and when they say no, you say yes and work for it. From me, Sister Soldier, Commander-in-Chief General Soraj Tabi, salute.
Thank you very much for coming on the podcast, man. I really appreciate this.
I can switch on my phone now.
GPM Media Group. zwa zwino kha riri GP Media Group yeneyo kane na kale ndi tshikhala vho towi vhatevheli vhavho vha tshiri ro netwa nga u fodwa zwiṱaraṱani ri tshi khou pfuka ai vho ngo ḓi pfa tshililo tshavho. GP Media Group vho vhuya nga mulenzhe muswa nahone vha ri vha ḓo zwi ita u fana na mathomoni. Tshumelo i khou ḓi ye vhathuni nga nḓila heyi vha khou foda minyanya, dzi birthday celebration, funerals, live streaming na indoor photoshoot. Kha vha tou gidi vha swike Matidza Complex office number 21 Thohoyandou. Luṱingo ndi 076 278 8676. MURNIs. Drink it cold.
Have you ever not been to be recognized in a public space?
And every tribe that has tuned in